This is going to be a country that totally takes you by surprise and blows you away. This is a 2-video series through Oman, a country that you do not know. From blue water, incredible mountains, and some of the friendliest people I've come across in all of my travels, this is a place you cannot go without visiting. We actually started in Dubai due to some preferable flight options. From there, we drove 2.5 hours through some desert and some mountains, and we arrived at the Oman border. I forgot my wallet at the border.
The wallet is here.
Oh man, that was a close call.
What?
Oh man, Oman. I've been waiting years to make that joke. So we've just made a quick stop here in the mall, and this is kind of interesting. Usually when I bring USD to exchange for any other currency, I get more back. But this is one of the few currencies in the world where you get less. I gave them 300 US and I got 115 Rial back. Kind of cool. So we've just arrived here in Muscat, and this is like a first time for all of us. It's unbelievable. We were just driving through the downtown city center, coming here to the port area, and it was like a little dystopian, futuristic city. I don't think it reflects all of Muscat, but we'll have a ton of time to go see that afterwards. For today, we're basically going straight from arriving in the city to leaving it. We have made it to the islands. One of the guys was telling us this is one of the top 10 spots on planet Earth for snorkeling. So we're gonna see what it's all about. Ooh! We might be a little late in the day to catch that beautiful blue water, but we'll be here for sunrise because we're gonna be camping out on one of these islands. I'm stoked. So crazy. I think we were just in the Philippines on a beach. Yeah. And now we're on like a different side of the world.
But it's so different.
So different. It's time to find out what this water is all about. Okay, it's not warm, it's not cold either. Guys, here are the supplies for tonight. We're gonna have to survive in some very rough conditions. It's going to be torturous, but I'm here to entertain you guys. While we kept busy over there, they kept even busier over here, and the campsite is looking pretty good. So right above me here, this is a LED light that they've set up here, and also you can charge your phone or whatever you have down below, so it's a big battery pack. Over here we've got our gazebo, we've got a little area where we can sit down, eat some food, and tonight we're gonna be setting up a barbecue right here. So perfect. This reminds me of the evening after Halloween when you come back. We've got all the best snacks.
Snickers.
We got chocolate bars. It just got so dark and then it got so bright. Let there be light. This is so incredible. We're just like listening to the sound of the waves crashing. We're gonna be sleeping there tonight. Max made a heart-shaped fire pit. Max's several years in Girl Scouts really paid off.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.
So good. One
of the things I love about traveling is finding out how the world does things differently. A really popular snack here is chips Oman. But what really shocked me, and I find actually really strange, is that they love Mountain Dew in Oman. This is like the top of the food chain as far as soft drinks go. Thank you so much. What's this?
Chicken.
Okay.
With spices, Omani spices.
This is chicken with soba. I don't see how I could go wrong with this. I love chicken. Is that lemon in it or lime?
It has lime.
Managed to cover.
Wow. So that's where she just laid her eggs.
Yeah, she's putting the egg in one place. Like, let's suppose in this place, okay? Then she will turn around and try to cover the place eggs, you know?
How deep are the eggs, you think?
It's like this.
Wow, so like, almost like a foot or so deep.
Almost like a foot, yeah.
Wow. This is kind of sad. I'll never be able to share this with you. It's so magical. Oh my gosh, it's showing up on the camera. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's actually showing up. I can't believe I managed to get it. I didn't think I'd be able to share this with you, but now you see what I see. Wow. This is such a crazy night. Tonight has just been out of this world. The bioluminescent plankton is the strongest I've ever seen it. It is something like out of Avatar. You step on the ground and all of a sudden everything around you lights up. Can you imagine a tsunami? It'd be the most fabulous tsunami I've ever seen.
Good morning.
Morning, guys. We didn't actually sleep here. Our tent was over there, but breakfast is served. We got hot dogs with some crushed up chips Oman. I mean, this whole trip just feels like hanging out with friends, and the guys are so awesome. I've never really come across a business that felt so, you know, professional but casual at the same time. I love the combination, and now we're gonna show you why we ultimately came here. So let's get the underwater housing all set up. What an unbelievable first day in Oman. It's time to get back on the boat here. The day Maniat Islands get a little bit busier during the day, so to have had that camping experience was the best way to do it. This is just one of those experiences where it was absolutely amazing on its own, but what really made it special was the people. Murshad, pleasure. I hope it's not the last time we see each other. You really showed us an amazing time.
It will not be the last time, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for you here the next time.
No joke, we are now headed to an Omani palace, but the camera batteries are starting to die. I'm starting to run out of shot options, and I'm gonna show you a little secret here.
What's the secret?
What's the secret?
Yeah.
Story blocks is the secret. Storyblocks has been one of the #1 resources as a traveler, as a filmmaker, as somebody that does everything run and gun, where things sometimes go wrong, where sometimes we don't have time to capture all the shots. Maybe a battery died, maybe the drone was left behind, maybe it was taken by customs, whatever the situation may be. It's such an amazing resource to be able to go into the Storyblocks search bar and type whatever it is that I'm looking for. I can search for Middle Eastern footage, or I can search for Oman. Maybe I'll even be able to find Muscat, stuff from the capital city. I can search for travel-based footage to show the story of starting the car, going down a windy road through mountains. Whether you're a travel filmmaker or whatever your story is, Storyblocks is an incredible place to get the footage that helps you make your story a visual one. Storyblocks is thebomb.com. If you want to get started with it today, check out the links down below, and let's go and explore this palace.
So funny.
I really need a shower. I look like I slept on a beach overnight. Oh wait, I did. So this is Al Bustan Palace, and it was actually first built as the personal home of the former ruler, Sultan QABOOS. Now it's actually a bit of a sad time here in Oman because the Sultan has actually recently passed away just under a month ago. Now, as I mentioned, this palace was his personal home, but eventually became a hotel, which is why we're now staying here. But to this day, the 9th floor of the hotel is the property of the Sultan's family. So inside the palace, we have our own little mini palace. Come take a look. It's a beautiful king-size room, but what I love most about it is that we have lagoon access. So follow me. Now, the only thing that rivals the hotel's breakfast has to be this landscape right here. Mountains behind us, ocean in the front. Muscat is just blowing me away. It's so pretty.
Plus, it's the perfect season to visit it because the best season you can come is from October until April. So if you're planning your trip, you know when to come.
It's almost like long sleeve, light sweater weather right now.
It's just perfect.
It's perfect.
I love it.
And one of the awesome things is the beachfront is 1 kilometer long, and it's only the hotel's property. You can see how long it runs for, all the way down to those mountains. It's insane. Never would have expected this from Oman. I just pictured desert. Such a nice surprise. And so our first stop is none other than the Muscat famous Mutra soup. What is it?
LeBlanc. So it's something that you find in the trees. So those trees are in danger of extinction, but they grow a lot here in Oman.
Oh, and they smell good when you burn them.
It's very symbolic. Yeah, it's very symbolic from here, so you find it everywhere.
It smells nice.
Yeah.
It's a very distinct smell. I've never really smelled anything quite like it. So this is interesting. Frankincense. I've only heard of this in the Bible. Wow. This is how you keep TSA out of your luggage. Ding, ding, ding. Check these binoculars. We have seen our fair share of Arabian style markets And I have to say, this one's pretty cool. We've come late in the evening, but it's not extraordinarily different from the many other ones we've seen. Day 3 in Oman, and we are starting it off on the best foot. This right here.
That's a perfect omelet.
The perfect omelet, the perfect croissant. So far, every experience about Oman has surpassed expectations on every single level. The people here, they're ranking in our top 5 for nicest people across the world.
Yeah.
You'll see why Oman might be your next stop. We are now leaving the hotel to go and catch a boat. And now, what are we doing? We're getting on a cruise? Yeah. What boat are we taking? No way. That is so cool. Welcome aboard. Take your shoes off, step on up, and get ready for the sunset cruise. What's just mind-blowing right now is the cliff sides, the mountains. It's so beautiful. And with there being actually a little bit of a haze, it creates this insane lighting. And guys, right over there, that massive building is the palace. You can see just how insane this landscape is. Cliff sides all around us.
It's a snack time here in the boat, and we're having something very traditional. And it's number 1, coffee that is called kawa here. Or number 2, wait for it, dates! They're the most delicious thing ever. And a great combination with this coffee.
Sweet. Very nice. You got a pit inside. It's like seeded grapes. You know, why did they do that? You know?
Because they're natural.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it should be like that. All right, so get this. Right behind me here, this is where the newest Sultan is living. But what's crazy is that actually, you'd probably assume that massive white palace is where he lives, but that's actually just the guest house. He's living in the one next to it. Right now we're just a few hundred meters away from the souk we showed you guys last night, but we're actually back here for a very interesting reason, and it's because of you. Why are we here?
So I was outside the hotel taking photos, and this girl approached me to tell me that she loved my dress, and then she invited me to have dinner with her tonight, and I said yes.
And that is how we ended up here. So good things come when you travel spontaneously, and this is Noura, who we are just meeting now. And thank you so much for inviting us out.
You're welcome.
Tonight we're gonna be experiencing some Omani food, which I know nothing about. We haven't had any yet. So you're gonna have to tell us what to order. So you're saying Omani food is mostly like a combination of Zanzibar and Indian food?
Indian food, exactly.
Wow. This one is kachori, and basically it's potatoes on the inside with some chicken, possibly some cheese. This is BAKURA, it's flour and vegetables. Here we have SAMBUSA, and right now on top of it I put mango chutney, and then we've got some flatbread and some sort of a salad. I love trying new foods. This is BABLOO, and it's like a very citrusy tasting soup with some basmati rice, a little bit of seafood, and it's my favorite so far. It's so good. Wow, that's not your traditional habaya.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, let's see it, Cassie. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's very good for you. It matches the purse that I bought. It's so
That's
beautiful.
so nice, Noura.
Thank you. I'm shocked.
This Oman trip keeps getting better. Like, they were so sweet. We actually didn't film her boyfriend Saeed, but they're such a sweet couple. And they invited us, we were their guests, but not only did they take their time and like show us their local cuisine, they just paid for the meal.
They paid for everything.
As if it was nothing. It was so kind.
Yeah, they also invited us to a trip to an island, and
yeah.
I have no words.
Don't cry.
So cute.
Now I need sleep.
Yeah,
We've got to get up early, so let's go home. It is our final morning here in Muscat, and with that, we're being reunited with a friend here. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Merched, you're looking good.
Thank you. You also.
Fresh.
How much was that?
So fresh. It's so pretty in here, guys. So this was the mosque of the former ruler Sultan QABOOS, who, as you guys heard earlier, has recently passed as of a month ago. Longest standing ruler in all of Arab history, 50 years as the ruler. Pretty incredible stuff, and beloved by the people. Similar to like what happened in Thailand when he passed away People were devastated, people were in tears, so it really had a serious impact. And I always find that kind of interesting as a North American, where politicians and leaders don't typically have an emotional place in your heart, but that's how it is here, and it's a beautiful thing. This was built around 20 years ago, took about 5 years to make, and you can see why it is stunning. So Mirsha, do you actually come here to pray?
Yeah, every Friday we're coming here.
This is the habaya that Kathy got last night from our new friend Noura.
It's beautiful.
It's just
and
a
it's
beautiful
my size,
gift.
which is really important.
It is your size. But I've never seen a habaya with such cool stitching and details.
It's very chic.
It is.
I love it.
So Mershad was just explaining to us that before he can go into the Grand Mosque and pray, he actually has to come here and clean himself. So you'll see there's like a fountain, there's a set of faucets all around, so you can imagine on a Friday when everyone comes to pray, it must get really, really busy in here. And then we actually got a little glimpse of the mosque, on the inside at least, and we're not allowed to go in there, it's for Muslims only, but you could see how grand it was. There's so much detail, and one of the things that blew me away after going to the souk the other night is the carpet. The carpet was huge. Imagine covering an entire Walmart in an intricate carpet. That's basically the size of how big that building was, and I can't even imagine how expensive that would have been. And that is where I'm gonna end today's video. It was such an amazing surprise to see Muscat. What's kind of turned into one of our favorite trips so far.
I think people made it really special.
And we have another half of the trip coming, so stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of our faces. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and let's get lost again in the next one.